Does cardio actually equal weight loss? This is something I see all the time where people do believe by doing more cardio, it's going to allow them to lose more weight. But in reality, this is not exactly how it works. There's a lot of reasons why. The biggest issue is I don't care what you do, the caloric deficit is what matters the most. As long as you create a caloric deficit, you should be able to lose weight. The only way you're not going to lose weight is if your gut is unhealthy, you're in a constant state of stress. But for a majority of people out there, unless you're this like 1%, maybe 0.5% of people who actually have certain intolerances and certain issues, you should be able to lose weight in a caloric deficit. So what does that mean? That means as long as calories out are more than calories that are coming in, you should lose weight. Now let's talk about actual people who are actual runners and run all the time. I was one of those. I ran a marathon. I ran miles and miles and miles. I mean, I used to run 13 miles, and people would think I would consume 3,000 calories, but in reality, I was consuming maybe 1,500 to 1,700. Why does this happen? Is your body adapts over time and becomes more efficient with calories as you run more and more and more. Therefore, your body's going to use less calories for the same amount of work. Or as you lose weight, your body doesn't have to use as much energy because it's not propelling as much weight. So therefore, let's say you burn 300 calories today running a mile. The next time, maybe a month from now, because you're 5 pounds lighter, you actually are not going to burn 300 calories. Maybe you burn 200 calories, or you become so efficient you're only burning 150 calories. This leads me to machines at a gym, an elliptical, Stairmaster, rower, all these machines that are there to show you how many calories you actually burn while doing cardio are actually very incorrect, because I could put my body weight for myself and work out, do a mile, it'll say I burned this many calories, but in reality, a lot of these machines are marked up so that you can think you burned more calories than you did. And the second thing is, it doesn't take account the amount of muscle mass that you have. Muscle mass actually is what is more expensive and actually makes you expend more calories. So there's a bunch of things that go into your metabolism. Now sleep affects how much you're actually going to use and all these different variables. What cardio is an actual tool. So for example, I have a hammer. I'm not going to use it to screw in, to hammer down a screw. And I'm not going to use a screwdriver to try to hammer in a nail. Each thing in fitness is just a tool at the end of the day. You use cardio as a tool like you would use strength training. Now, my recommendation is if you're actually looking for aesthetics and you're trying to get better, strength training is where you want to be. Most of the people go to the weight room who have the aesthetics that you want. Now, if you like the heart healthy feeling and all that, maybe you run a little bit more, but you're not going to get tremendous aesthetics from running. Your body adapts to what you're doing. Think about a sprinter versus a marathon runner. At the end of the day, you have to build a caloric deficit, and if you don't build a caloric deficit, you've seen those people who run really well, but they're still heavy. So it's possible to be a good runner and still be heavy. The caloric deficit matters in the weight loss aspect of it. Last but not least, I do have 2 articles that I have written. If you just go to simplefitnessforyou.com and check out the blog has a section where you can hit the top part where weight loss, and then it'll help you talk. There's one that talks about HIIT cardio, regular cardio, list cardio, and then there's another one that talks strictly about weight loss and how to program for weight loss. Check it out. It'll give you more details. If you like this information and you want more information, please subscribe, please tell people. And I'm really trying to do this to help bust all the myths in the fitness industries, and I'm thinking about the general public, not a special case. So little things don't matter. It's manipulating and being consistent.